surface area review worksheets, page 3. So for question 1, we want to find the surface area of the following rectangular prisms. So the surface area formula for a rectangular prism is SA equals 2LB plus 2LH plus 2BH. So for this first one, we have our length, our breadth, and our height. So our surface area equals, our first step is to write out our formula, so 2LB plus 2LH plus 2BH. Surface area equals, we substitute in our numbers, so it's 2 times 9 times 7 plus 2 times 9 times 6 plus 2 times 7 times 6. And then we put this into our calculator to get our answer. So 2 times 9 times 7 plus 2 times 9 times 6 plus 2 times 7 times 6 gets us an answer of 318 centimetres squared. For the second one, this is a cube. So the surface area formula for a cube is surface area equals 6s squared, where s is our side. So surface area equals 6s squared. So surface area equals 6 times 4.5 squared. Put this into our calculator, we get surface area equals 6 times 4.5 squared, which is 121.5 centimetres squared. For part C, again we have a rectangular prism, so our surface area formula is 2LB plus 2LH plus 2BH. So our surface area equals 2 lots of, our length is 16.3, our breadth is 4.8, and our height is 5.2. So 2 lots of 16.3, times our breadth of 4.9, plus 2 lots of 16.3 times our height of 5.2, plus 2 lots of our breadth of 4.9 times our height of 5.2. We put this into our calculator and we get 2 times 16.3 times 4.9 plus 2 times 16.3 times 5.2 plus 2 times 4.9, 2 times 4.9 times 5.2. And we get 380.22 centimetres squared. For question 2, we want to find the surface area of the following triangular prisms. Again, there's no formula for the surface area of triangular prisms. We just have to find the area of each face. But what we do have is we have the surface area equals 2 triangles. So the 2 triangles are the same area plus our base plus our left-hand side plus our right-hand side rectangles is the way that I like to work it out when I'm doing it. So we'll have our surface area equals 2 lots of a half times our area for a triangle is a half BH. So our base in this one is 12 times our height of 8 plus our base of our triangle is 12 by 20. So it'll be 12 times 20 plus our left-hand side is this rectangle here, which has dimensions 8. Oh, actually, no, sorry. That's dimension 10. This length is 10. So that's 10 by 20. Plus this side, our right-hand side here, which has the same dimensions of 10 by 20. When we put this into our calculator, we'll have 2 lots of a half times 12 times 8 plus 12 times 20 plus 10 times 20 plus 10 times 20. And we get 763 centimetres squared. For this one here, we have, I'm going to highlight just because I didn't highlight in the last one. We have these lengths here are worth 12. We have that this is worth 18, and we have that these sides here are worth 10.8 because it's an isosceles triangle. So our surface area equals 2 lots of our triangle, so 2 lots of a half times our base of 12 times our height of 9, plus 2 lots of our base, so our base is 12 by 18, plus we have 2 lots, because it's an isosceles triangle, our left hand side and our right hand side are the same. So we'll have 2 lots of 10.8 times 18. So our surface area equals 2 lots of a half times 12 times 9 plus 12 times 18 plus 2 lots of 10.8 times 18. So this equals 712.8 centimeters squared. For our last triangle, we have our length here is 14.6, and that is all of those lengths. We have our height is 4. We have our base here is worth 3, and we have that our hypotenuse of our triangle is worth 5. So our surface area equals 2 lots of the triangle, so 2 lots of a half times our base of 3 times our height of 4, plus our base of our triangular prism, which is our rectangle, which is 3 times 14.6, plus our left hand side, so that's this triangle here, our yellow and rectangle, our yellow and blue rectangle, which is 4 times 14.6, plus our right hand side, so that's this rectangle here, and that is 5 times 14.6. So our surface area equals 2 lots of a half times 3 times 4 plus 3 times 14.6 plus 4 times 14.6 plus 5 times 14.6, which equals 187.2 centimeters squared. For question 3, we want to find the surface area of the following trapezoidal prisms. So for trapezoidal prisms, again, we don't have a formula, but what we can do is go our surface area of our 2 trapeziums plus our base plus our left hand side plus our right hand side plus our top. Okay, so we have a total of 6 sides here, and our 2 trapeziums are the same, but all of our other 4 sides are all different. So for our surface area, it's 2 of our trapeziums, which is the formula for a trapezium. The area is h on 2 bracket a plus b. So it will be, our height is 3 on 2 bracket, our top is 10, and our base is 14. So it'll be 10 plus 14, plus our base is the rectangle 14 by 8.5. So 14 times 8.5, plus our left-hand side, which is this rectangle here, which is 3.6 by 8.5. So just a little visual to see which sides match up with each other. I will just quickly do this. There we go. Okay, so our left-hand side is our 3.6 by 8.5. So 3.6 times 8.5. Our right-hand side is also the same. So our right-hand side is this rectangle here, and it is 3.6 times 8.5, plus our top is this rectangle here, which is 10 times 8.5. So our surface area equals this in our calculator. So 2 bracket 3 on 2 lots of 10 plus 14 plus 14 times 8.5 plus 3.6 times 8.5 plus 3.6 times 8.5 plus 10 times 8.5, which gives us a surface area of 337.2 meters squared. For our next one here, what we have is I'm just going to move this across a little bit, is we have a trapezium or trapezoidal again, so we need to find our area of our trapeziums. And I'm going to highlight again. So we have that these lengths are all 8. So the length going back from our trapezium is all 8. We have that this length here is 1. We have that this length here is 2.5. We have that these lengths here are 12. And we have that these lengths here are 12.1 meters. So our surface area equals our trapezium. So we have 2 of those. And our height of our trapezium is our tallest height. So our tallest height there is 2.5. 2.5 on 2. Bracket our top of 12 plus our base of 12.1 plus, so that was our trapezium done. Now our left hand side is 2.5 times 8. So 2.5 times 8 plus our, I've done this bit out of order, but that's okay, plus our right hand side, which is 1 times 8, plus our base, which is 8 times 12.1. So 8 times 12.1 plus our top, which is 8 times 12. So then we put this into our calculator. So 2 lots of 2.5 over 2, bracket 12 plus 12.1, close our brackets, plus 2.5 times 8 plus 1 times 8 plus 8 times 12.1 plus 8 times 12 gives us an answer of a surface area of 281.05 meters squared. For our last trapezoidal prism, I'm going to highlight again. So we have that this base is 12 here. We have that this is 8.7 going all the way along. We have that this distance here is 6. We have this top distance here is 15. And we have that this distance here is 8.5. So for our surface area, we need our area of our trapezium. So we have 2 trapeziums with a height of 6 over 2, bracket our top number of 15 plus our base number of 12, plus our, I'll go back to the order that I wrote up here, plus our base, which is 21 times 8.7, plus our left-hand side, which is 6 times 8.7, plus our right-hand side, which is 8.5 times 8.7, plus our top, which is 15 by 8.7. So our surface area equals, put this into our calculator, 2 lots of 6 on 2, lots of 15 plus 21, plus 21 times 8.7, plus 6 times 8.7, plus 8.5 times 8.7, plus 15 times 8.7 equals 655.35 meters squared. For question 4, our last question on this page, we want to find the surface area of the following cylinders. So the surface area formula for a cylinder is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. So our radius here is 5, our height is 11 for our first one. So we'll have surface area equals 2 times pi times radius of 5 times height of 11 plus 2 times pi times our radius of 5 squared. So in our surface area, we're going to put this into our calculator. So 2 times pi times 5 times 11 plus 2 times pi times 5 squared. We get 502.6548246. So our surface area equals 502.65 centimeters squared, and that's to 2 decimal places. The question does not specify to how many decimal places, so you can choose or you can round it to the nearest whole number as well. For part B, we have a diameter, we don't have a radius. So how we get to a radius is our diameter divided by 2. So this is 12 divided by 2, which equals 6. So we have that our radius is worth 6 and our height is also worth 6. So we'll have surface area equals 2 times pi times 6 times 6 plus 2 times pi times 6 squared. So our surface area equals 2 times pi times 6 plus 2 times pi times 6 squared. When we put that into our calculator, we get 452.3893421. And this one I'm going to round to the nearest whole number, which is 452 centimeters squared. So that's to the nearest whole. And then for our last one, again, we don't have our radius, we only have our diameter. So our radius equals d on 2, which equals 14 on 2. So our radius equals 7, is worth 7. And we have our height is our 20.7. So the only difference between this cylinder and the other two cylinders is this one is on its side. So our surface area will equal 2 times pi times our radius of 7 times our height of 20.7 plus 2 times pi times our radius squared, so 7 squared. So put this into your calculator, you get surface area equals 2 times pi times 7 times 20.7 plus 2 times pi times 7 squared, gets us an answer of 1,218.30961. So our surface area equals 1,218.3 centimeters squared, and that's to 1 decimal.